And welcome back to Cuse TV. Brian Higgins here as we're previewing the wide receiver group today into the last week of camp. We got Irv Phillips here, and Irv, your first kind of, official year being called a wide receiver. But what's this move been like for you this season?
It's been pretty smooth. I've been in the slot before, so it's not really nothing new. But it's been well so far.
Take me how this offense uses wide receivers, because you guys are on the field in large numbers almost every play. How does that work, play out, getting up to the line and running all these plays?
The wide receivers play a major part in the offense. The slot receivers really have to do a lot of the moving. The outside receivers usually stay where they are. But me and Brisley, we do a lot of running around, because we do a lot of formations and a lot of things going on. So that's it takes a lot of conditioning.
Yeah, you and Brisley have been working inside in the slot, certainly with the number ones, but a lot of guys on this team. You mentioned the motion all over the place. How does that get communicated before the plays? Because we see you guys running all over the place, and then all of a sudden you're ready to snap the ball.
It comes from memory, knowing the formations. Once Coach Lou gives you formation, you got to be fast. He wants you to go. So Coach Lou makes the formation call, and we just run it where we got to go.
Fast has been the word around this team, I think, ever since Coach Fabers got hired. How long did it take to acclimate to the speed that you guys want to run?
It took the whole spring, the whole summer. We're still not where we want to be yet, but we're miles ahead of where we were. So it's a work in progress.
Is it fun being a receiver in this offense, just knowing the amount of opportunities that are out there for all of you?
Man, it's exciting. Coach Lou tells us all the time, we're going to have fun. We're going to catch a lot of balls, we're going to do it fast, and we're going to score a lot of points.
When you look at some of the passing plays in offenses like this, they're almost the extended handoff type plays, get you guys out in space. Is that something where you think, okay, 4 or 5 yards is okay from a receiver on this play just to get a drive going?
Yeah, definitely. Those quick pop passes, they're not expecting them to be, home run plays, even though we do have players who can make them into home run plays. But though, average, you want 4 or 5 yards on those little quick bubble screens or anything like that.
Steve Ishmael, certainly one of those guys that has stood out in practice so far this year. And how can his role grow this year? It seems every time Eric Dungy's looking for somebody, he can find Steve out there.
Steve's been a baller since he's been here. I think it's a leadership aspect, bringing guys along with him and just joining along with his work ethic. And this game speaks for itself.
And speaking of speed, a new guy, Amba Adetawo, showed up in your group. It looks like he's brought speed to bear into this offense this year.
Yeah, definitely. He brought a lot of speed. He's a real deep ball threat. He's been catching a lot of deep balls, just making plays, and it's still new to him, so he's still getting used to it. But he's been a real help to our room.
All right, Irv, enjoy it in this offense this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.